Foundation might be the only person that can help us right now, because the reality as we know it is about to collapse. And the Lost reality is pretty much confirmed will be here next season, because next season is the final season of this chapter, and every finale season we have seen the Lost reality. Please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM. Start of season 3, a giant hole appeared in the middle of the map. We found out that there is a huge jungle underneath the ground. Out of the blue, a familiar face appeared on the screen, Dr. Sloan. The same woman who left us in the UFO ship before she blew up the entire ship. She has set up a camp near Rumble Ruins with the tank that saved her life. Even though she says she has nothing to do with the Imagined Order anymore, she cannot be trusted because I think she still hasn't forgiven the Seven and the Foundation. I'm pretty sure that she will look for a revenge. Dr. Sloan's camp is set up near Rumble Ruins. This is the location where you can find the 0 point. Optimus Prime reveals to us that the 0 point is completely petrified. It is extremely weak, and I'm not surprised because just recently the 0 point built an entire Fortnite Chapter 4 map. Optimus Prime also reveals to us that we have 10 weeks to save this reality, or we have to escape, because the reality as we know it right now is bound to collapse. Sloan reveals to us her mission. She says that she has left Imagined Order behind and has dedicated her life to understand this ancient civilization that used to live around this jungle biome. Dr. Sloan is working with the Luminaries. The Luminaries are this organization that investigates and explores Fortnite Island. And the leader of this organization is Trace. Part of the quest, we had to collect pieces of kinetic ores and hand them over to Trace, because he believes these kinetic pieces are part of this apparatus. The apparatus is this ancient machine on top of this building, which is broken, but Trace and Dr. Sloan are working together to rebuild this machine. But Dr. Sloan, being Dr. Sloan, reveals to us that she's just using the Luminaries because they have all the resources that she doesn't. Dr. Sloan also reveals to us that Relic was the one who saved her when she got crushed inside of that tank. Even though Relic is very protective of this Rumble Ruin area, the Luminaries makes a deal with Relic. If Relic allows them to hang around this area, they will rebuild the apparatus. Also, at the same time, we get a random message from Optimus Prime, and he tells us to trust Dr. Sloan. He also tells us that the power that used to protect the Fortnite Island is gone and the enemies has taken notice. The power he's talking about is the force field that used to protect the Fortnite Island, and that was created by the 0 point. And now in Chapter 4 map, we don't have that force field. The 0 point is extremely weak from rebuilding the Chapter 4 map. This makes us extremely vulnerable to our enemies, especially the Lost reality. If you think about it, in Chapter 2, reason why the Cube Queen was on the map, mission was to break the Fortnite shield that was protecting the island and stopping the rest of the Lost reality, including the Cube Crater, the main mothership of the Lost reality. Fortunately, the Seven flipped the island, but Harold destroyed that force field completely, along with the entire Fortnite map, and this Chapter 4 map is completely vulnerable. Even in Season 2, the Peace Syndicate told us that someone hacked into their system and deleted everything that they had on the Lost reality, meaning the Lost reality warriors are already on the map. Lots of people are suggesting that person might be Triarch Nox. Serenade showed up out of the blue as well. Obviously, we know Harold is still on this map, or maybe they're all parts of the Lost reality and they're preparing for the arrival of the Cube Queen. Also, mysteriously, Optimus Prime says the key to the future lies in the past. Is he trying to say that we are actually going to the past? Imagine if next chapter is going to take place in Chapter 1. That would be insane. Dr. Sloan and the Luminary series has completed the apparatus. Now it is projecting in the sky this circular object heading towards the Fortnite island. A lot of people are thinking this is either the Lost Reality Cube cradle that we saw in Chapter 2 Season 8, or this could be the Ice Moon. If you guys didn't know, Ice Moon is this a very dangerous place. The only thing you can find at this location are evil monsters, extremely strong weapons, but these evil monsters are trapped on this moon by the Ice King. Ice King reveals to us that him and the prisoner traveled different realities, capturing evil monsters, very strong weapons, things that could destroy all realities as we know it. The Ice King and prisoner brought them to the Ice Moon, trapped them in a thick frozen ice. In fact, in Chapter 1 Season 7, iceberg that crashed onto the Fortnite island was actually part of the Ice Moon. Huge storm broke a piece of the Ice Moon and it crashed on the island. Because of the volcano, a Catus monster escaped and attacked the island. If that circular object is in fact the Ice Moon and it is going to crash on the island, that might be very scary because the impact could actually set free these monsters. That being the Ice Moon actually makes a lot of sense because next season is the Fortnitmare season. In the file, we have a bunch of evil monsters like this vampire boss. Here is a glimpse of how the island is going to look like next season. This was an art released by the Fortnite artist who designs Fortnite maps. For some reason, he removed this post, meaning we are going to see this in Fortnite. Regardless if it's the Ice Moon or the Lost Reality, we are doomed. And the warriors that used to protect us, the Imagine Order and the Seven, they're both gone. And the Imagine Order are gone for good, we already know that. But there's a little bit of hope left when it comes to the Seven, especially the Foundation, because obviously last chapter when the Seven got kidnapped by Herald, we saw the scientist get kidnapped, we saw the Origin get kidnapped, and the Visitor as well. But we did not see the Foundation get kidnapped. We know that Paradigm and Agent Jones is still around as well. Amy the robot did go through the Rift portal to save the Seven, but she reveals to us that the Visitor and the Scientist Origin are all different. They might be quite useless, so the only person that we can rely on right now is in fact the Foundation. Just before Herald attacked the Sanctuary, the Foundation disappeared. I believe the Foundation and Agent Jones went to the Seven's headquarters, which is in space, same location where we went to before the collision event. Also, one person that might help us who's been around since Chapter 2 Season 3 when he vanished, but we have been getting hints and teaser from Donald Mustard, and in game we are talking about Midas. We're gonna need these people to save reality, team up. Dr. Sloan, Transformers, Agent Jones, Midas. The person who's going to lead them is the Foundation.